Hello everybody, my name's Nayna. I am a student studying health and international development, and I also have a YouTube channel and podcast. Welcome to my Photoshop masterclass. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to make something similar to this, show you some Photoshop skills that I find very handy. I started my channel back in 2018 when I first went to university, and I was inspired by so many other creators, as well as just a love for having nostalgia and things to look back on. I've always loved my videos to be quite aesthetically pleasing to watch while still being raw and candid about real university life. This is how my channel currently looks, with a very simple, quite boring banner and a similar image at the end of my videos. I really want to make something a bit more eye-catching that really reflects my channel and fits a bit better with the aesthetic and style of everything. I started out by picking a background colour and the size that I wanted on Photoshop, and I went with green just because green's my favourite. Then I picked a few images that I felt like really summed up me. I also inserted a little film strip. I love taking film pictures. I kind of wanted to go for a little bit of a scrapbooking vibe with this image. Firstly, just because I love scrapbooking, I also just love the aesthetic and the vibe of it. Because I wanted to include some elements of collage, I thought this would be a good way to pop in lots of different little bits. So I used an empty film strip and some pictures I had, as well as the tool that helps you remove the backgrounds, to insert these pictures, remove the backgrounds, to make a little base for my image. I also used the add to mask tool to add any little bits that I also wanted to have the green background in. And I added the pictures in the simplest way possible, just layering them right over the top of the film reel. I thought this ribbon added to the homemade feel of the image, and I want my videos to always feel very homey and cozy, so I was hoping this sort of added to that. Next up was the text. I knew I wanted something really simple because you want it to be catchy and visual, but I also wanted to incorporate a bit more colour and make it a little bit more interesting. I went for a very simple font. I did my first name in regular, middle name in italics, just to make it pop a little bit. And because on a username you don't have a space in between the two words, I thought changing the font style would differentiate between the two. And I also did 3 different greens to match the background and give it a bit of depth. Next up, I really wanted to make it look a little bit more scrapbooky, I'd cut the pictures out, stuck them in. I went ahead and used the brush tool for this. You can click it on the left, or you can just use the B letter on your keyboard. Next, I looked through all the different brush options that they have. I really wanted to pick something that looked kind of like a pen or pencil that might be done by hand, like I said, for a bit of a scrapbooking vibe. And obviously there's loads of options. You can also pick different sizes, which is ideal for this. And you can really customize the brush as well. There's options for texture, noise, smoothing, etc. So I sort of played around with these to make something that would look quite natural for paper. Then on a layer that is behind the images that I had inserted, I then traced around the edges and did the little outlines. It's good to do it on a layer that's behind, just so you don't have to stress about going over the top of your picture too much. And yeah, this made it so quick because I just drew around the edges, as opposed to being super careful with where I was going with it. I used a slightly smaller brush for the flowers since it's a smaller image and I didn't want to overpower it. Finally, I used the brush tool to make the background a little bit more interesting. I felt like it was a little bit too plain. Obviously, I want it to be simple and not overwhelming for the viewer, but I did want it to look a little bit more interesting. Another little hack is you can actually use the brackets on your keyboard to change the size really quickly, so you can go bigger and smaller. And for these lines, I wanted to do much bigger brush strokes so that when you looked at the image at once, it was quite clear. I only wanted a few, so I went for a much bigger brush size. And I also went for a bit more of a whiteboard style pen stroke where you can see the individual lines a little bit more, which I thought would look nice once it was big. Played around with this for a while and deleted, redid, deleted, redid, until I was happy with how this looked. think my biggest advice for making something like this or starting a YouTube channel, a podcast, etc. is to really focus on your interests and the things that you personally enjoy. I love taking inspiration from other creators or things I've read, films I've watched, etc. But I think your uniqueness is really key to success, as that's just something that can't be replicated. I think people are also really drawn to people with a passion. So if you have some sort of passion or something you want to incorporate in your channel, your podcast, include it in something like this and really portray that passion to your viewers. I redid these lines so many times to make it exactly what I wanted, but in the end I chose the purple to be a bit more bold block and then the blue to be a bit sparser so you could see through it a bit more. And I think these different textures made the image a little bit more interesting, have a little bit more depth, and hopefully be more eye-catching. I think it came out really nice. Very simple, easily recreatable if you're looking for something similar, quite effective, and this is the finished product. I think it's so much better than the original, obviously, and hopefully it will be a nice little end to my videos. If you want to create something similar with the skills in this video, be in your Photoshop era if you will, you can share your creations with the hashtag Photoshop era so we can compare each other's and get even more inspiration. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm excited to see what you create.